Most of you know that I'm Reverend Judi Campbell and that I co-minister here at Unity Spiritual Center with my husband, the Reverend Ross Campbell. And we send out this weekly email every week, and usually there is a written piece about what is going on Sunday and some of the points that we'll be exploring. And we thought that we would try to send out a video, perhaps on a weekly basis, and we'll see how that works. And of course, we'd love to have your feedback on that if that works for you. We are in the second week of studying Wendy Craig Purcell's book, Ask Yourself This, questions to help us grow, to help us deepen our spiritual life. The subtitle of her book is Questions to Open the Heart, Expand the Mind, and Awaken the Soul. So that sounds good to me. I don't know about you. But last week, Ross talked about questions to ask yourself to grow spiritually. And this week, we're going to look at questions to improve our relationship. We are jumping a bit ahead in the book because it is Valentine's Day, so we thought what better time is it to talk about relationships. And we know that relationships are important. Every one of us knows how important our relationships are in our lives. And yet, a lot of us struggle in our relationships. We struggle to maintain balance. We struggle to love in the face of anger or resentment or thinking that we are unlovable, some of us. So we thought that we would explore these questions this week. And some of those questions are, who are you trying to change? How much room do you give people to grow and change? And how safe is it for people to walk in the corridors of your mind? That's an interesting one to me. So you know that our way shower, Jesus the Christ, asked the question or told us that we are to love one another. And yet, some of the ways that we try to love one another aren't effective. And we know that from the fair amount of people we talk to about relationships. So we are going to get together this Sunday and ask these questions, explore what these questions mean, and explore how that we need to step up in our courage. If we want excellent relationships in our lives, that we need to have the courage to ask ourselves the hard questions, the deep questions. And then we will see movement in our lives, in our relationships. We will see our relationships deepening. We will perhaps put new life into relationships that we have had, or we will attract other relationships, other healthy and balanced relationships in our lives. The other thing that we're doing along with this 7-week series is home study groups. We actually have one home study group and 2 groups that are meeting in our church. So if you'd like to get in on that, you are still able to do that. And we encourage you to dive in to this book series by Reverend Wendy Craig Purcell. And we know that if you do, and as you apply these principles, that your life will be more balanced, that your relationships will be more loving and more peaceful. And we pray that for you. We lift you up in spiritual community, and namaste.